Hey, it's Katherine, Norland, and I just want to talk about the worthiness. So many of us don't feel it. And as you guys know, in 2021, I launched my online course called You Are Worthy. And then in 2023, I launched my book, You Are Worthy. And then this year, I see an uber famous person also launching a book called Worthy. And I was so thrilled to see this. I was like, oh my gosh. Because when I first started writing about the topic back in 2016, I really thought I was the only one who felt that way. I just couldn't imagine that there were any other people, especially believers, especially Christians, who felt that they weren't worthy. I thought this is just my single experience. But the more I started talking about it, the more I could see I wasn't alone in this. And just a lot of YouTube videos that I've made on the topic to help you really see yourself the way God does, so that you have the courage and the confidence to go for your dreams. So I don't know if you saw this last couple of weeks, the lead up to Kern Lima launching her book Worthy. Huge success. I think she's bestseller in like every category. That's great.
Yeah.
And when I first saw that, I thought, oh no.
Are you jealous?
No.
My book didn't make that big of a splash.
You are totally jealous.
I'm not jealous, all right?
And I started to get a little down on myself for a second.
This is the least jealous I've ever been.
And then my coach was like, do you need to go back and reread your book, Worthy? You Are Worthy? I was like, no, I don't. I know that I am. But I am bringing this point up because I got a little like, oh no, mine didn't have as big of a turnout.
I mean, I'm probably 98% happy and maybe 2% jealous. And I mean, what's 2%? That's nothing. Totally.
And that, and we can't compare ourselves to others. And that's the thing. I don't have the team behind me. I don't have the finances or whatever behind me that certain people have. And that's okay. And you also cannot compare yourself to what somebody else has done. Somebody may do something bigger, and it doesn't matter. And it's not something that you should ever feel bad about yourself or ever be comparing yourself to.
Have you ever felt like that? Like you're getting ready to start this big thing and boom, somebody else started it first. Or you do this thing or launch this other thing and boom, someone just blows it up and is so much more successful, and it feels like you're not a winner. But here's the thing. If you start, if you begin, if you do that thing and you put it out there, you are a winner. When we get in the race of life, ultimately, it doesn't necessarily matter who wins first place. You're qualified just by getting in the race, and you feel good. You're not sitting on the bleachers. You're not waiting to start your life. You're not waiting to begin that thing, that book, that business, whatever that career choice is for you. When you see others speed ahead and get to the finish line before you, it doesn't make you any less of a person, because you're out there and you're running your race. No matter what position you come in, you made that choice to get in it and do it, and not just sit back and be one of the spectators watching. You are in the race, my friend, and that in itself is noteworthy.
Obviously, the message is hitting home, and people need to hear it, and they need to hear it from every source that they can learn from. Because not everybody can learn from everybody, and everybody has a different point of view. If you told, 1,000 people in the room, write a book on this topic, you'd come out with 1,000 different books. So there's so much that can be said on any given topic. And I came on here to encourage you that when you see somebody doing what you want to do, what you've been working on, what you've thought about doing, and they beat you to it or they do it better than you. Don't get discouraged. Don't quit. Don't feel like, well, now I need to give up because my message is too similar. Because I remember last month I went to Brendan Burchard's event, and Kern Lima was speaking on her worthy content. And as she's speaking, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's in my book. Oh my gosh, that's in my book too. Oh my gosh, that's in my book. It's confirmation is what it is, and that's a good thing. Confirmation that you're on the right track and you're doing the right thing. So I say all this to you because maybe you've also been tempted to quit or to give up or to give in because you saw someone else doing that same thing you're doing. But you can't do that. If God gave you a message, then you've got to get that message out in the world. No matter if someone has gone before you and done it, no matter if famous people have done it, no matter the marketing plan behind them, it doesn't matter. You're called to reach a certain number of people that you're called to reach. And even if you only help one person, would it be worth it? If you only helped 100 people, would it be worth it? You can't compare yourself to those who are reaching millions, even if you're not, because it's all about getting that good message out into the world and helping as many people as possible. And don't you want more people helping more people so we can really heal this world? And it's so important to know who you are, to know that you are worthy so that you will step forward into the calling God has for you. So I encourage you, figure out your worth. Get Jamie's book, Worthy. Get my book, You Are Worthy. The point is, the messages are ultimately all going to lead you to know that you are worthy, that you are made on purpose for a purpose. And there is not a competition because you are unique. We don't have the same fingerprints, none of us. Not even identical twins have the same fingerprints. God made each of us unique, and He planted stuff in each of us that is going to be unlike what He planted in anybody else. So be of good cheer, take courage, do that thing that's in your heart, even if it's been done before, because it's never been done by you. As always, live true, love hard, and shine bright.